Pardon?
My week's good, just busy. Just
Yeah.
like get rid of these
That's good.
bags, but they're not going.
If I start wearing makeup.
Honestly, it's so true. So true.
uh, like,
Might have to.
how do you hide? How do you hide being tired?
I know you don't. You just keep going. That's
No.
the problem,
Yeah.
right?
Take a
Oops.
minute every now and then. No, for sure.
Okay. All righty.
Mhm.
How's everyone doing this
Some
morning?
people joining in there.
Is someone coming up? Is that
There's,
new?
I don't know. I have no idea what that one is. I don't know. Could be somebody else here or somebody that's anyway. Who knows? Who
I
knows
know,
who it
right?
is? Says Agent Locator.
Is this agent locator saying
So
hello?
someone from Agent Locator. We're still connecting to the
Right?
audio.
Saying hello.
So who knows if it's
No, there's
awesome. Awesome.
okay. Let's take a look here.
So how are you
I'm good. I'm
how are
good.
you finding your buyers this week?
Yeah, everything
Your
is good.
buyers this week.
Yeah, they're good. Just, some people are not answering the phone, some people are. So, um, it's a fun time, but you just got to keep going, doing your thing, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty much it. Because remember, it's just consistency.
Yeah.
It's about just calling these leads consistently, right? Like not the same ones over and over again. Obviously, you should,
Mm-hmm.
but give it some time. The thing is
Yeah.
you'll start getting as you get more leads. Like obviously, once you first start, you're just waiting for these leads to come in. But after, that's why I always think that it's important to put a high
Mm-hmm.
budget at first, just so you can get as many leads as possible. And then once you start getting overwhelmed, which is like 3 or 4 months, then you can start, scaling back, right? And then just keep working with those
Mm-hmm.
leads.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely recommend that. So other than that, like, I find that since, there's a little bit more inventory coming to the market now, some people are seeing like in my area in Durham, I saw in the last couple days, a lot of things are getting sold under listing. There's some that are selling over.
Yeah.
I think buyers have more of an opportunity now, if they're ready to, and there's definitely a lot of things out there. So I know that there's just
Mm-hmm.
people waiting for inventory, and I know that, a lot of people want the shiny things, but a great opportunity, especially for a first time buyer, is find something that's been on the market for a while or, 25 days, 30 days, and go see
Mm-hmm.
that. Maybe it's not exactly what you want, but if you want a good deal right now, that's kind of where you need to start looking at your B and C list because everyone wants
Yeah.
the A list.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the problem is too is a lot of agents don't know how to do comps. Like I was just ranting about that on my story yesterday. But like a lot of people think that, if especially if you're holding offers, like it's okay to come in at that price. So if something's holding like 600K, and really when you do your comps, it's 750 or even high sixes. I mean, dude, like 600 is not enough, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
feel that if you're leading your clients like that, they're not going to trust you because you're not even a professional. You're just an order taker. You're just like, oh, okay, you want to see this, this, and this? Okay, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
go to the property and they're asking, oh, where do you think it's going to land? And if you're an agent that says, oh, list price, or maybe under, or maybe just a little bit over, dude, you're crazy. Especially if they're holding
Mm-hmm.
offers, they're crazy. You look bad. They're not going to tell you, but you look bad.
Yeah.
So, what I bring to my buyer showings is I bring, so let's say if I'm seeing 2 or 3 houses, what I'm doing is I am bringing printout of broker copy and client copy. I also then staple it like to where the next house is. So 1, 2, 3, right? Like I'm not putting
Mm.
the last one for like I'm putting it pretty in
In
order.
order.
And then I'm
Mm-hmm.
also like, just before I tell everyone the questions or the answers, what do buyers ask you when you take them out? What are the 2 or 3 questions that you always get? You can enter that in the chat. Jaden, why don't you tell me? You know, you're a pro. Okay. Other than selling for, what are the questions other than the comps and stuff? But like, what are the questions? I look at this house. What am I going to ask? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You guys got it. So great job to Sid and Jaden. So yeah, they're going to ask square footage, but square footage is going to be hard because you have to buy the report. I do as the listing agent, but I'm not buying reports for houses I'm seeing. So as you
Mm-hmm.
start seeing more and more, you'll get an idea of where approximately it is. But what I do is year built and last sale because everyone's
Mm-hmm.
always asking. what the year is, how old is this house, right? So this house is built in 1989, so it's approximately, my math is hard right now, but it's like what, 34 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So, or they're going to ask, when's the last sale, right? But if you go to the showing, yes, exactly. If you go to the showing and you go, hey, what I do is like, I open the door, we go take a look at the house. The first couple moments, I'm saying hi, catching up with them. And then after, I'm like, okay, so as we take this tour, what we can see, and I wrote this down on your paper, but this house is very lovely. It's, it was built in 1989. So, it's about 34 years old. And the last sale was, actually in 2020 for, 700K.
Mm-hmm.
So that already there gives you a good idea of where it should be, right? So right now in this market, some people are losing money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you bought last year, depending on how high you lost, you purchased for, you may be losing money right now. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a hard conversation. But for buyers, this is kind of the market where they want to get something at a good discount, right? Not, obviously no one wants to take advantage of people, but if people have to sell because of whatever reason, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's something I would look for. Now, from last class, so that's going to make you look like a superstar, and that's going to build trust in you, and it's going to show that you're a professional. And once you have all these things,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're taking a new agent locator buyer out, super, 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 super important because they don't really know you, right? And like this is how you build trust.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you build relationships. This is how you do all that stuff. So now, last class, I was going in because I want more participation, and you guys are doing great, so that's awesome. But does anyone have any live calls that they had from last week or the week before or even a month before that they want to share? Because my script doesn't change that much, and I have so many objection handling solutions on my end that I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. So don't be scared. This is a safe space. It's a safe circle. And if anyone starts chirping, you're getting kicked out and you're never coming back again. So that's what it is. So don't be scared. And, we're all learning from each other here. So does anyone have like a call or does anyone want to come up here with an objection? I don't bite. I haven't finished my full spro, so I'm not going to bite yet. But, you know, does someone want to come up here and tell me, maybe some objections they're getting on their calls, and stuff like that, or objections that they're getting, when they're chatting with them, or maybe if you're trying to get a BRA signed, or whichever objection it is. Because I can
Whatever
come here and preach like I've been
obstacles
doing for three
stopping you,
years, right? But it
or
doesn't help.
it's, yeah, it's whatever's hindering you into finally finding the success.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Remember,
it
we got to
has to
learn.
do.
We got to learn. We got to learn. Sorry, Crystal,
Go
my
ahead.
internet sucks like it does.
No worries.
I'm in the country. Okay, so we got to learn from the information. It's like reading a book or reading something. You got to learn from the information, read it, understand it, and then you got to apply it. So you guys
Mm-hmm.
have been learning and reading for 3 years. Time to apply this. Time to make some
Mm-hmm.
money.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if no one has a call today, because I know it can be hard or tricky to find that call, by all means, you guys have that ability to download your Twilio calls, the ones that have been recorded. So if ever you're looking for guidance and you want to bring that call on here, we can kind of dissect it as even as a group as to what was said on that call, or maybe if you weren't sure what to say in a certain situation or a certain objection, then even collectively we can kind of work around that. So it's not just the one person benefiting from that, because we're all going to encounter similar objections or obstacles when we are making these calls.
Yeah. So, hey,
Right.
Chris. So I see a question up here. So depending on the client,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I am. If I know that they're looking with agents, like in my call session, if I know that they're pre-approved and I hear that, oh, I saw this house or whatever, and I'll definitely ask them. I'll definitely ask them for sure, about it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people get so caught up on Tressa, it's still the same stuff. You're just getting different paperwork signed, right? So, and I think it's more powerful when you're upfront about all these things and letting them know, and then it's up to them if they're going to decide to do it or not, right? So, if I going back to the question, if I find out that someone is going with houses and all that stuff, I just go, hey, hey, Crystal, I totally understand that, it sounds like you're looking with other agents and stuff like that. I just want to confirm, have you signed anything on papers just so I'm not stepping on anyone's toes? And if they go no, then okay, no problem. So it just sounds
Mm-hmm.
like you're further in the information stage. You're out there looking at properties. It sounds like from our conversations, you're pre-approved, which is amazing. You're ahead of the ball game, and it looks like you're just trying to find the right representation to represent you and yourself when you're trying to purchase the next home, right? Right. Okay. So this is how it works. Just because, in my personal opinion, people tell me they don't work with agents or they don't have things signed, and then they use me. They use me to go showcase the house, and then once I'm at the house, they tell me that they're signed. So
Mhm.
that's not a great way to build trust, and that's not a great way to build relationship. I'm a relationship agent. I'm not a transactional agent. I have a lot of people that come back to me, and the reason why they come back to me is because I help them through the process. I don't make them feel like a number, and I truly care about you and your family. And I'm a great negotiator. I'm going to get you the best deal, right? And my numbers
Mhm.
speak for itself. So what I can do in this case is we can at the end of the day you're interviewing me and I'm interviewing you to make sure that we're a great fit. But so far on this call, it sounds like we would work really well together. So what I propose is we're going to just sign for the properties that we see. So what this means is that this is an interview stage. So we're going to go take a look at a couple houses that you've mentioned that you like. But what we're going to do is the ones that I show you, you have to work through me. So if you feel like you don't like me at all or whichever, then you are so free to go with somewhere else. I don't have you locked down in a contract whatsoever. Right. And then usually they go, oh, okay, that sounds good. Or if they say no, I'm telling you, they're already working with someone. They're already working with someone because I've done that so many times back in the day where I just went and they're working with someone. I'm telling you, I know it. And like if someone says no, it doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, no, but like why, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, I don't want to sign anything. Okay. Well, usually in my experience, because I've been doing this for 8 years, usually when someone says they don't want to sign something, it's because they already have a relationship or they're already signed. So if we're starting off with lies, then you know what, we're not the right fit anyways. And I have other people that want my time and attention.
Mhm.
Do you see how much more powerful that is? And also, too, when you tell people no, they want it more. I don't know about
Yep.
you, but like if someone tells me no, it's like fuck you. I want my. Oh, sorry, I can't swear. But if someone says no, like I just gonna say, well, no, I want it. Give me it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And like at the end of the day, you're showing that you can negotiate. So as a tool, this conversation goes more and more. Be like, listen, at the end of the day, you told me your objections, and look at how well I'm still here, giving you valid reasons and still negotiating with you. How do you think I'm going to do that when I'm negotiating with the buyer, with the listing agent to get you best price? Don't you
Mhm.
want someone like myself who's organized, well spoken, and confident and ready to get you a deal? Okay. So it sounds like if you're not working with anyone, what's the issue of signing on the property? It's just saying that you respect my time and I respect your time, which is a great
Mhm.
partnership. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. Okay. So all I need is your driver's license and I'll send you everything just before we go. Okay. That's how I get it signed.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sometimes it's not even that far. And remember,
Yeah.
if you can't get it signed, it's because you didn't do your script well enough and they don't feel confident in you, or they're working with someone else. And it's okay if they say no. Let them say no. You just saved yourself from wasting time and gas
Mhm.
and frustration,
Mhm.
you know? So that's something that I would do. So I'm going to do a solid for everyone. I'm going to play my call since no one's here. But after that, I
Mhm.
want people up here and I want to hear objections that you guys have, or I'm going to be the client and you're going to live role play with me. Remember, if you guys are not here to be here and learn, like I don't want to do this anymore. And I don't need to. No disrespect, right? Crystal and like Agent
Mhm.
Locator has done so much great things for you. And like still people are complaining that these leads are not getting, not getting solved, right? So like guys and girls, this is your time to learn before you get out and get more money. I don't know about you, but you're here to make money, right? Okay. So let's make money. So I'm going to go first. I didn't follow up. I did follow up with this person, but I didn't put it on the list yet. Oh, sorry. How do I do this? Okay. Let's go. Share computer sound. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Alicia, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Who's this?
That's good. It's actually Nick Moretti giving you a shout. I actually wanted to reach out just to thank you actually for coming onto our website on MorettiRealEstate.com. And just to let you know, this is no way a sales call. This is more of a customer service. I just want to thank you for using our website to view homes, and I just want to make sure you have a great user experience. I see that you were looking at homes in D.
Do you see how I diffused the bomb already? Watch,
Mhm.
watch when she starts talking to me now, she's gonna sound nice. Not saying that she's not nice, but like guards up,
Mhm.
guards down, diffusing it, letting her know why I'm calling. This is what we're doing, and we're going forward.
Like detached homes in Uxbridge. Are you only looking at homes in Uxbridge, or would you consider other areas as well?
Uh, Maybe Stouffville.
Okay. Are those
Already asking and asking for more information. That's how you do it. You don't just like fumble. You just get right to it.
only the two? Would you consider like are you looking more like north? Like would you consider York region as well or no?
No,
It's funny because Stouffville is York region.
no,
Okay.
no. I don't want nothing down there.
Holy shit! Like I don't know whose heart got broken in Stouffville over here.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'm just asking, right? And that's why I want to give you a call because sometimes I know when people come through on our website, they don't know how to set their search criteria up or whatever. So I just wanted to make sure that I make it easy for you.
No, that's fine. I looked something.
See how she's already kind of now telling me what she needs?
It's because I want to look in that area.
Okay. So, okay, no problem. So, Uxbridge, would you consider Port Perry at all, or is that too easy?
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so, and then you said Stouffville, sorry, is that correct, or was I wrong with that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, are you looking for, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms minimum?
Probably, yes.
Okay, and then are you like, obviously in those areas for what you're looking for, they usually come, 2 or quadruple car garages, like 4. Are you looking for 2 minimum at least?
2 minimum at least, yes.
Okay, perfect.
But do you see that I already know the areas, right? Like, and if you don't know this, before you call your leads, look at what's happening in the area. Educate yourself. If you're not just educating yourself, you guys are just losing. And remember, they're going to other people's websites. And like, if they're coming to mine, I'm calling them, I'm eating your food all day long. So just don't do your homework and I'll take them as clients all day long. I like money.
And then is there a certain price range that you want to stay in between?
1.5 to 2, that's it.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I know that you've been seeing a few properties like on Confederation Drive and Bagshaw or anything like that.
So how I saw that is I went to more details in their search. So I looked at, remember, we have to be a ninja. I looked at the ones that she likes to see. So I said the ones that had the most views. So now I'm engaging. She's like, oh, wow, this guy really knows what's going on.
Did you have any questions about anything that you may have saw, like that you're looking to find more information on?
No. When I find it, I'll let you know, though.
Okay, awesome. So what I'll do, Alicia, is I will forward that to you. I'll update your list, send you some other opportunities, and if you see anything you like, please let me know. I would be happy to help you and kind of answer any questions you have, or if you want to start seeing properties whenever that time happens, I'm always here to help you out with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, do you have to sell before
Do you see what I just did? Everyone forgets to ask this question. Do you need to sell before you buy or just buy?
Purchase?
No, I need to purchase.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, awesome. And I'm assuming you've been pre-approved and all that fun stuff?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
All that fun stuff.
Awesome. So you're all ready for the new year.
I'm ready. I just
That's
got
awesome.
funding.
That's awesome. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll update your search criteria. I'll send you a new list shortly, and if you see anything you like, let me know. I will be, touching base, here and there. So whenever I do follow up with you, it's not to, get you on anything. It's just I want to make sure I'm sending you the right stuff because that's super important.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Okay, awesome. Well, hey, Alicia, I appreciate you not hanging up on me, and have an awesome day.
You too.
Okay, take care.
Done.
Bye.
And I've talked to her a couple of times already. Done. $1.52 million sale. Like nothing. Obviously, the follow-up is where the money is, but that's kind of where it's at. So what did you guys like most in that call?
I think you disarmed her right away by letting her know this isn't a sales call. Right? Fred is saying you made her laugh, which is good.
Exactly.
That's a sign that somebody's relaxed on the call.
Yeah. And that's exactly it. Just be you. Be you. Don't be me. Be you. Because that's how you're going to connect with people. You know?
Yeah. And not being like, as I said, candid, non-robotic, right?
Yeah.
Right?
How often do you follow up? So like with that lead, if I know she's pre-approved, ready to go, once a week, she'll reach out to me. And my follow-up will be like, hey, did you see that I even asked her permission? And she's like, yeah, no problem. So now when she sees me, she's not gonna right? So we have to just, what I do now is, now I know what she's looking for. Anything that comes out, I'm like, hey, did you see this? If I were you, I would look at this property, this property, this property. Let me know what you think. That's how you show different. How many people are Everyone's gonna follow, be like, hey, did you see anything? Oh, great. No, like, you know,
Mhm.
let her know some of the
Mhm.
sales in the neighborhood. Maybe if she was watching some of those houses but didn't get, if it sells, send her the comps.
Yeah.
Do your work. Remember,
Mhm.
if it's a 1.5 to $2 million sale, let's say if it's $2 million, that's $50,000. You gotta work to get that money. You can't just show up. You gotta
Mhm.
work. And
Mhm.
plus, if someone wants, if I was spending 2 mil, I would be more impressed on the way that they keep touching base with me, following up, and all that stuff. Because, dude, I'm giving you
Mhm.
50 grand. I'm giving you 50 grand. 50 grand. I want a
Mhm.
new car, so that's perfect for my new car. Not enough,
Mhm.
but just need a couple more sales and I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. So I think someone
Yeah.
had their hand up. Do they want to come up or?
Yeah. I think so. Let me just try and sit in here. Oh, where to go? There we go. Allow Sid to talk.
Hey, Sid,
Hey Nick. Hey
how
Crystal.
you doing?
Hey, good man. How are you?
Living the dream. You know what it is?
Nice. Yeah, man. I just wanted to give my input here. I think most of us, the issue is when we make the call, how to break the ice with the, because most of the people, there's so many leads out there, they just hang up because they're going to say,
Yeah.
"Oh, can you call me later? I'm busy right now. Can you call me later?" That's exactly what you get, and they just hang up.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like you're not capturing attention. So
Right.
that's the hard part. So if someone goes, "Hey, I'm not busy right now," you got
Yeah.
to pull the wolf of Wall Street. Hey, something just came across my desk right now, right? You got to be
Mhm.
like, "Hey, so hey, Sid, I totally understand you got to go, but just quick questions. Just because I don't want to waste your time. It sounds like you're busy. But I
Yeah.
just want to make sure I'm sending you the right homes. I see that you're, and then you just speed right into it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I
Yeah.
think, I see that you're looking at homes in Scugog to Uxbridge. Sorry, I just hit a button. It looks like you're looking at homes at Scugog and Uxbridge. It looks like you're looking for detached only 2-car garage, 2-story,
Yeah.
4-bedroom, 3-bathroom minimum. Does that sound right? They'll be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I go, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So I'll send you more in that area. And just to let you know, there is more inventory. So more inventory brings more inventory brings competition and prices
Mhm.
come down less. So it's a better way for you to get a great deal. Are you available later on today so I can send you some handpicked lists and go over them with you? Because I know where the right deals are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
the difference?
Yeah, yeah. No, you spoke about practicing the script. Like, do you have
Right.
a
Mhm.
script you have, or how do
My
you like
man.
make a script?
My
Yeah.
mind.
For
So I'm
most
doing
of the
this
people,
like
that's the issue. Most of the people, that's the issue, right? They don't have a script.
I know.
You know,
I
Mhm.
hear you.
you
But
know.
you know what? No one gave me a script when I started. And you know what I
Yeah,
did? I
yeah.
trialed and errored. I
Right,
trialed and errored. And
right.
regardless, no matter if I give you a script, most people will follow my script and sound robotic. But I think
Yeah,
what we need to know is,
yeah,
hey, what are the main points that I need to say? And then you
yeah,
just got to be authentic to yourself and then
Mhm.
yeah,
get it there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Make a flow out of it, I guess, and then go from there.
Mhm.
So the most important thing is like, for me, it's like diffusing the bomb. So diffusing the bomb is like, hey,
Yes.
thank you so much for coming onto our website on
Yeah,
morettirealestate.ca or .com. I just
yeah,
want to take a moment just to let you know that this is not a sales call by any means. This is more of an information session.
yeah. That's
Diffusing the
the
bomb.
most important line, I think, of the whole conversation. I
Right.
think,
Right. And then
Yeah,
after that, you want to now just be like, get right into it. So, hey, I just saw that you were looking at, attached homes in Clarington. Are you only looking at Clarington or would you consider other areas? I would consider
yeah.
other areas. Perfect.
Right,
Okay. Would
Mhm.
you
right.
consider attached homes or would you consider other ones? Oh, I love a detached. Okay. No problem. What's the price you want to stay in between? Like I
Mhm.
could do this like I close that, but
You're
like,
good, man. You're good.
but it's just because I put more than 10,000 hours into this shit.
Right, right. We
Right.
Mhm.
all need to
And
practice more. That's you know the
exactly.
the problem is we make a couple of calls, and if you don't get success, we never call them. You
I
just
know.
stop calling. That's the problem with everybody.
Yes, but it's
Mhm.
like going to the gym, right?
Yeah,
You can do
yeah.
10 pounds weights, bicep
Mm,
curls, and then you go to 30 and then like you do one and then you like doubt yourself and then you stop, right? No, you just got to
yep,
keep going. You got to build that muscle mass of just like
yeah,
mentally of just like, okay, that's fine. That's fine if they hang up. That's cool. They're just not
right,
like clearly they either have help. Like remember, the people that really need your assistance will listen to you if you say the right things,
right, right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah,
right?
and the people who don't want to waste your time, they're just going to waste your time anyway.
And that's
Mhm.
okay. Guess what? Now
Yeah,
I don't have to
yeah,
follow up with you anymore. Now I don't have to
yeah,
call you anymore. Now I'll move on to the next one.
yeah, yeah,
So they're
yeah.
doing
That's
you a
fine.
favor, right?
Right.
So
One
we
one
have
more
to, yeah.
One more question: how many buying leads should we engage every day? Like how many on
So
an
my
average?
thing is I say that everyone should do 20 contacts a day. So what do you think 20 contacts means?
A month, actually, if you do into a month, that let me just do that the math
No,
quickly.
but let's
Yeah.
get back out of there. Not that. But what is a contact? What is a contact?
Contact is a follow-up, basically, right?
Like, yeah, so talking to
Yeah.
people about real estate. It's not about doing 100 calls and getting no one on the phone. That's not it.
Right.
It's about having conversations about real estate. So if you say, hey, this is Sid calling, and they hang up, that's a contact. That's one person. They hung up, you
Okay.
talked about real estate, they said,
Okay.
bye. So that's fine.
Okay.
That's a contact, right?
All right. Okay.
So, that's what I would do. I would not count voicemails as contacts unless they call you back. Text messages, I would if they message you back.
Mm-hmm. But I get that. My question exactly was maybe a little different question. How
Yeah.
many leads should we be getting every day for buying? Just
It's up
leads,
to you on
not
that.
contacts.
It's
Okay.
up to you. Like for me, I had $5,000 a month because I want to just
Okay.
go crazy. But it
Right.
really just depends on what your budget is and what you want. I personally
Right.
believe right now this is the market to just spend as much money as your budget can allow you. If you want to get successful really fast, spend $2,000.
Okay.
Just $2,000
that's
would be
that.
like, Crystal, how much would like $2,000 be? It's based on your area and cost per click.
Yeah.
But let's say it's $20. It's not even $20, but let's say
Yeah.
it's $20.
Let's say they're $15 a lead. That'd be about 130 leads, give or
Exactly.
take.
Yeah.
You do that for
Right.
3 months, you have 400 and sorry, you said 130 or 200?
130.
Okay, so then you
Yeah.
have almost, if you do it for 3 months, you almost have 400 people who sign onto your website. So, dude,
Yeah.
if you even do 1%, that's 4 people. You got your money back.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's the math people don't do, because they only spending like $200, $300, $400. What are you gonna get?
People are
You know what I mean?
scared. You know what?
Yeah, that's the problem, man.
Yeah, but don't be scared. You're in real estate.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
full time. You're commission, right? So
Yeah.
you got to bet money on yourself. If I bet money on myself, I will always come through. So that's how I
Yeah.
see it. That's how I see it. If I'm gonna put 2 or 3 or 4 or $5,000, whatever money it is a month, then I'm gonna make sure this works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure it works because I'm spending the money, right? And that's gonna
Yeah.
make sure that you learn how to call your leads, be scripted, and get success. And then once you start
Yeah.
getting success, it's fun. It's an
I know.
addiction.
Once you break the ice, then you're good to go. That's the whole
100%.
thing. Yeah.
100%.
I'm gonna get on it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for
I
coming
think
up.
I think too, for what a lot of you can do is, without writing a script, because you obviously you don't want to sound like a robot, is have a piece of paper and start with, okay, this is the first point I want to say. So that's my opening. So thank them, acknowledge that this isn't a sales call, right? So, and then you kind of go into what questions do I want to ask, or how do I want to start it? So it's in point form. You're casually saying these things because it's not like it's a whole sentence you're saying. It's just like, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. These are the questions I want to try to ask, right? So it's in front of you, and every conversation is going to be different based on how the lead receives the call in the first place. But definitely if we're going in too aggressive, too fast, with like a sales kind of approach, they're not going to be, talking to you. And a lot of these people are anticipating sales right away, and we have to go in through customer service. If you're going through sales, you're going to get a lot of those. I can't talk right now. I can't talk. Call me later. Or, they're not willing to give you their time.
Exactly.
What about the area? How do you select the area to generate leads? Like,
I just do my area wherever I do business on. So what area are you in, Sid?
I'm actually in Peel. So I do Halton, and I do, some
Okay, but Peel, but where though?
Mississauga.
Mississauga. So then I would look at Mississauga. Okay, here. I would do this.
It's getting the knowledge in that area, right? So any objection gets thrown at you. The house prices, you're already fully aware of that information. So one of the things that Nick really stresses on is the knowledge in the market in that area, right? So when they're talking about certain factors or engaging with you, you actually have intelligent responses that help build the confidence in that individual.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I'm going to just show everyone something here. So 1 second. 1 second, just loading. Okay. So if people are on Trap right now, okay?
Yep.
This is what I would do. Okay, so on the left side here, right?
Yep.
If you don't have it, you got to just like press this thing here, okay? So go to Trap map.
Yep.
Okay, so we're in Peel over here. So you're in the SOGs. Okay,
Yep.
so
Yep.
what I would do is this. Okay, so I just hit municipalities. Okay, so
Yep.
if you're around here, I would start hitting either Toronto East if you're, well, yeah, I guess it would be East here. But if you don't want to
Yep.
do that, I
Yep.
would. The problem is Brampton has too much 1% agents, and like I'm not into that. So
Yeah.
I
No,
would.
no, I don't do Brampton at all. I don't do that.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would do either Oakville,
Yeah.
Burlington, if you know these
Yeah.
areas.
I do. I do.
I would also do Caledon.
Okay.
I would do
Caledon.
these areas right outside. And
Yeah.
that's only if you know it, right? I wouldn't do Erin, it's too
Yeah.
rural.
Yeah.
Halton Hills, I would probably go around here, but like not really. But I would
Yeah.
go so like Oakville,
Yeah.
Milton,
Yeah.
Burlington, and Caledon or Vaughan
Yes.
here.
Yes.
But that's or like even King, but King is a whole different beast. I would do like
Yeah.
these areas personally.
Right. Right. You know, I when I was running the campaign, I did select Mississauga, Oakville, and Milton, and what I noticed, the most leads I was getting is from Mississauga. So I don't know
Because it's
how that
population.
works.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's probably
And
what it
there's a
is.
lot of
Yeah.
population. So that's why I was trying to go with the populations that are a little bit bigger. So like
Yeah.
skip
Yeah.
Brampton, I would go to Caledon, Vaughan.
Right.
I go around here. The problem is
Mm.
this here is all condos and like, ugh, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
just
All
me, I
condos.
wouldn't, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
probably go like Burlington, maybe.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do Hamilton. I mean, if you want to, but I think that's too far now. Well, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
but I know that they do
Yeah.
a lot of 2% here on the buy side. So
I know.
not do
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
Burlington, Milton, I would do Saga because Saga's
Yeah.
busy. You can get some good
Right.
deals there. Because really and
Yeah.
truly, whoever's looking in Saga are looking at these areas here
Yes.
or here. They're looking
Yeah.
around here. So that's
So
what I would.
how would you split your budget? You know, if you had these three areas,
Okay, what's your budget?
I could do $2,000.
Okay, so if you're gonna do 2 grand, I would
Yeah.
do 1,000 in Mississauga.
Right.
Actually, yeah, 1,000 Mississauga. I would do 500 in Oakville or Burlington, or and then Vaughan, or 500 here, 500 here,
Okay.
or 500. Like honestly, I wouldn't even do Oakville. I would do Burlington because I know Burlington has a lot of newer builds happening there now, and I
Yeah.
would probably do Vaughan a little bit.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. One has a high end, houses, big houses.
Yeah, exactly. So like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You do one deal that's like, I mean, most even the
It
townhouses
covers
are
everything.
900K,
It covers
right?
everything. You're
Yeah,
laughing. Yeah.
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 So even if you do 900K, that's still 23 grand, 22 grand. I mean, it
Yeah.
paid for your lead and some. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So though, but I would be looking at population areas
Right.
because the more rural you go, the less clicks you're going to get. So it's going to cost you more, right?
Yes. Yes.
But I would
Makes
also
sense.
look at price points that are attractive to bring people. That's why I skipped Oakville because yeah, sure, whatever. But that's why I was going Burlington because Burlington has some good deals.
Yes. More affordable places. Yeah.
Yeah. And Caledon's nice too. And then, Caledon too, there's a lot of really good 1 million, 2 million plus deals.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I
Vaughan
can
is,
start from here. I'll
I
start
would
from
not
here.
do I would not do Brampton.
No, I don't do that. Because
Not
there's
because of
spillover
anything,
from
it's just
Brampton to
like
Caledon. Yeah.
yeah, it's just so oversaturated. And the reason why everything is going down there is because you're getting people who just got their license and like family
Yeah.
friends giving kickbacks, giving this, giving that. Like honestly, don't waste your time.
Yeah. So
My
this is
personal
one of
opinion.
the objections. How much money are you going to give me back?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is what I say. This is what I say. I say none. I say none. You know why? Because I'm gonna
Yeah.
get you a best deal, and I don't need to give you my money back to let you know how good I am. People want to work with me because I get them good deals. Let me ask you a question. If you invested 50 or 100K with a stockbroker, and that stockbroker got you another 50 to 100K, would you not want to go back to that person because they made you money? Yes.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is me on the phone. So
Yeah.
you can go with
Yeah.
someone that is going to make you overpay and give you some money back, or you're going to get a good deal
Yeah.
where you're going to make money off the hop, and then you're going to call
Yeah.
me to buy more properties and I build your wealth. You pick what you want to do. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's how I work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's saying
But
no
I
to them.
think,
And guess what? I get them sometimes. Not everyone, but
yeah.
I get
Yeah.
those people sometimes.
And then what happens at the end? You work with them or
Yeah.
no?
Sometimes I close
Yeah.
them. Yeah. Not every
Mm.
single time, but you got to
Yeah.
really like let them critical think, because people don't understand. People think it's like
Yeah.
a buyer, it's a rebate, but you got to think, if someone is not able to negotiate to take their client out, how are they going to negotiate getting you the best deal? Guess what? You're going to overpay for that deal, because that listing agent who's like me,
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure you overpay.
Yeah. No,
I
like
just be
some really,
bold. Like at the end
yeah.
of the day, they're not going to use me, so I'm going to say whatever I'm going to say nicely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You don't know, some
Yeah.
crazy things are happening these days. I went to somebody's house for a party, and there was a person there, the owner's cousin. They go, "You want to buy a house?" I go, "It's fine. I'm going on vacation. When I come back, I'll help you out." I came back. I gave him a call. He goes, "Oh, Sid, we already bought a house." I said, "That fast?" He goes, "Yeah, we were going home one day, and the Uber guy says, just select the house. I'll do the paperwork. I'm not going to go with you. Nothing. I'll
So
give you half of the money back."
I know, but so your problem was this.
Mm,
This was your problem before the Uber
mm,
driver. You said no to him.
yeah. Mm,
I have money to spend.
mm,
I don't care that you're going on vacation. I have money to
yeah.
spend, and you just said no to them.
Right.
So what I
Right.
would have done differently is, hey, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna go on vacation. That's totally cool, because you know what? Every time I go on vacation, I'm always doing deals anyways, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do is I'm gonna send you some properties. I'm gonna take a look at them, and whichever ones you want to see, I will get someone on my team to showcase it to you, and I'll
To show
write the
you.
deal
Right.
and I'll make sure.
Right.
That's where
Yeah,
you
that
mess
was my
up.
mistake. That was my
Yeah.
mistake. Yeah. But I'm saying Uber guys are selling houses with the license, like, and giving half the money back. Like,
I
what the
know,
hell's that?
but then you got to ask, right? Oh, I understand that
Yeah.
you're using Uber driver, but remember, they're still driving Uber. Why, if someone was making crazy money, why wouldn't they go full time and test themselves, right? At the end
Yeah.
of the day, I've
But
been
at
full
the
time for X amount of years. I made
yeah.
sure that I'm good, and clearly, like I get money, right? So
Yeah.
the question is do you want to invest with someone that's going to make you overpay, or do you want someone to get you the best deal? I mean, truthfully, I would want
Yeah.
someone to get you the best deal. F the money, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to
I asked them.
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah. I
really
asked them
do a
how.
critical think.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I asked them how much maintenance are you guys paying? There was $1,200
And you
on
know
the
what you
condo.
say? Good. That's what
Good for
happens.
you.
That's what happens when you're greedy. That's what I
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what
Well,
happens
that's
when you
a
just make money decisions.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And I,
Crazy.
in a situation like that too, and you got to think that there's a lot of, not all obviously, but there's a lot of sales reps that will look after their own best interest, not the clients or the leads, right? There's that greed that falls in there. So if they know that they're having to give the person whatever percent back, well, guess what? You're going to be paying for that because you're going to be purchasing that house for a higher price. Make sure that I get the commission that I'm trying to get out of this. So you
Yeah.
got to think in that, and that's something they can say to them as well is, okay, if you're looking for a higher purchase price, because either way you're paying that agent commission
Yeah.
that they're entitled to, and it's still now it's coming out of your pocket,
And
right?
these
It's
are a
not
few things
coming
that
out
I
of the
say.
seller's pocket.
Exactly. You got it right, Crystal. These are things that I say. When you go to work, what you're asking me is when you go to work, okay? You make $5,000, whatever it is, whatever your wage is. Do you not think it's rude for me to ask for your money back? Oh, you know what? You worked for me as the employer. You know what? Give me $2,000 back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to really make, oh, well, I thought that, no, this is not normal. The only people that do it are people who doesn't have skills. And the only way that they're going to entice you is money. That's scary, because you're going through a legal binding document, right? If you go with a lawyer and the lawyer said, I'm going to give you $2,000 back and the whole thing's $4,000, I would not use that lawyer. Obviously, they're only enticing people by money, and you're going to go to jail. you're not going to win your case, and you're going to overpay on child support. Like, no, the other way to put it, right? And this is where it comes to knowing people, right? If you know that this person has a construction background, this is how you have to talk to them. So listen, if you were, an Uber driver was talking to you and said, hey, you know what, I could do your driveway. Yeah, maybe you got quotes of $5,000, but I'll give you, $3,000 back. You got to ask yourself, why are they doing that? Because clearly they don't do a good job, and they can only entice people with money. And chances are, you and I both know that the cheapest in construction means that you're going to have to do the job again and hire me, right? And pay me my regular rate of what it was, plus your loss of $5,000 before. So the question is why don't you do it right the first time and save money rather than doing it wrong the first time and then spending even more money? Right? Like, I don't understand. And you know what? If they don't understand, good. I don't want you.
Yeah,
Get out of
exactly.
here.
Exactly.
So, anyways, I'm just a savage
Yeah.
and I don't care anymore because I've gone through so many objections, so much BS from people that I'm
Yeah.
just real. And I think that once you're real and you let people know what it is and you help them critical think, because people don't know. And that's what we have to understand. Not many people buy a house, okay? The only people that really know everything are people who buy 1, 2 investment properties, this, that. But most people don't know how to buy a house, and they also don't know how the system works because the system works differently from the individual, the sales rep, right? So
Right.
if you
Right.
help them critical think about things that are there, that's the difference. You have to educate, 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 educate.
Right.
Because people don't know. They think, oh, money back is good. It's like, no, you're like wrong.
Crazy.
Right?
Yes.
So that's
Very
kind
right.
of that. So
Thank you so much.
yeah, my pleasure. Keep getting it. Keep getting
Thank
it,
you.
Sid.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, Raman, come up. Let's see. I finished my spro, so I'm ready to bite.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Living the dream
Yeah, that's good.
in the
So yeah, guys,
country.
yeah. So I have a question about the campaigns. Is it better that we would say, even for example, my campaign is for Richmond Hill. So I heard that sometimes even for Google ads, it's better to select a very smaller area, even a neighborhood, to get even because there's less competition, get more leads or better qualified leads. Is that
So
right?
yeah, that's a question for the marketing team. But personally, if you're limiting, okay, so let's say this is the area, not in my face. Let's say this is the area, okay? Hold on, let me just hold on. This will be better, okay? All right. Okay, so let's see what Richmond Hill looks like. Richmond Hill's in the middle here. Okay. Okay, so this is Richmond Hill. Okay, so if you're saying in one community, let's say that community there, whatever that is, okay, do you think you're going to get more leads by this small community rather than all these?
No, of course not.
So you should be going all these. The problem is your budget's probably not enough. And like also that's a marketing team question because the marketing team will know a lot more because I could be wrong, but in general, we want to go more general than specific. Unless you're trying to farm that neighborhood and show up everywhere, that's a different thing. But if you're looking to capture as many leads as possible, I'd be looking at Richmond Hill and I would also do this like the communities on the side. So I would be doing Markham and Vaughan or Markham and Stouffville or Richmond Hill and Aurora.
It depends on your budget too.
Yeah.
You want to spend at least $300 to $400 per area when you're doing that.
Personally, like yeah, I would go 750 per area because it's like you don't get a lot of leads, right? And like the problem is these are online leads, so especially if you're not converting right off the bat, you need more leads to practice and get your scripts going. So if you can, I would do it. Because remember, the faster you get more leads, the faster is a payday. And remember, these leads are people coming into your store. If you only have 10 people that come into your store, right, a week, like who do you think is going to get deals done faster? 10 or 50 people coming in your store a week? And remember, they're online leads. You're not going to get the right information.
Right.
So you could get the 10 leads and 8 of them are bad.
Yeah, that's right.
So I would just do more quantity on that.
Yeah, when you guys start targeting specific communities, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
It definitely works for some people. It just comes at a higher cost per lead because now you're banking on people specifically searching for that on Google.
Exactly.
Right? So, so that's kind of where you kind of got to watch that, right? So generalized, and you can reach out to our support team. So anyone that wants to talk anything marketing up or whatever it is, you can always just email support. They put you in touch with our marketing team. And that's something that you can ask them, like, what is my expected cost per lead if I target, this specific community within Richmond Hill versus if I just target Richmond Hill, right? So And again, they'll be able to advise you if you're looking for quantity and you're saying, okay, well, I only have $400, but I want to do Richmond Hill and Vaughan. They're going to say, well, we can, but don't have high expectations.
Exactly.
Right? So it's, yeah, so that's your best bet is to talk to our marketing team, and because they also cross compare the ads that are out there, right? So they have all the data and what's happening right now. The average cost per click, which ultimately returns into the average cost per lead. And every area is slightly different, right?
So this is what I would do if you're looking specific. If you're looking for a specific area, it depends on your goals. If you're looking to farm that specific area, then I would do it only in that specific area. But guess what? You're door knocking. You're letting everyone know about who you are, and you're door knocking them. If you're not doing that, go general. I'm telling you, go general.
Wow.
And remember, if you're looking at areas that are 1.5, 2.5, 4 mil, like, it's going to be harder. It's a different ball game. And like, chances are most of them have relationships, or chances are you need to go get a golf membership and go chill with the big boys, because that's how they make decisions. They don't do online leads. Very rare. You get some, don't get me wrong, but really it all comes down to relationships. So if you want to play with the big boys, you got to go where the big boys are.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. All right. Thanks for coming up. Who else is coming up? We got another 15 minutes, 14. This is your chance to ask questions and, make money this weekend. I didn't come to real estate to make no money. I came to make money. And I'm sure if you guys are buying leads like us, I'm sure you're here to make some money.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. I'm going to just say someone's name soon.
Now, Nick, while we wait for somebody to potentially pop their hand up, obviously we all know that there's multiple pillars to your business, like any business, really. Yeah. Your online leads is one of them that you work. Now, what are some other pillars? What are some other things that you do to help get yourself out there or introduced into different areas? Like, are you door knocking yourself, or are you marketing, or are you just primarily focusing on your leads and,
Yeah, for sure. So this is a great question. So at the beginning, I did everything, door knocking, whatever, just to learn, right? Remember, it's not fun. Lead generating is not fun unless you're playing sports and you're picking up people that way, right? So you got to pick your pain and just deal with it. There's no easy pill. There's no, no matter what lead gen you do, there's always one part that you don't want to do on it. Like either door knocking, you don't want to be out in the cold, or walking. Online leads, you don't want to be staying on the phone. Like whatever it is, you just pick what you're doing and try to master it. Once you master it, then you go to the next point. You know what I'm saying? So what I do now is I have the online leads, I have social media, I've built a community, and someone who's done really, really, really well at that is she's on this call actually, Jaden Kennedy. She kills it. She kills it. I'm trying to learn from her. But social media, now I have a social circle now on that, and now I've really dug deep in like my vision on where I want to be. So my vision is like downtown, like Bowmanville, Clarington. So I do a lot of local events. I've now teamed up with a lot of businesses down there. Everyone knows me. So I just do events. So if they're doing events, I try to pair myself with them or whatever it is so the community can see more. And when I'm there, I'm basically like, doing a draw. So I'm giving, let's say, for example, if there's a store, I'm doing like 100, 200, or more draw for the card. I'm trying to email capture, or ballot fill. And then after the ballot fills are done, sometimes we get 100 or more. I'm sending a message to each and every one of them saying, hey, thanks so much for coming by. Had a great time. We'll let you know if you're the winner of the draw. But in the meantime, we're going to be at this next event. Feel free to come by and win some stuff. And I give swag bags. I give like branded sunglasses. I spend money. You guys spend money to make money. But branding, now I'm looking in an area. I'm in like the area of interest that I want to be. People know who I am. Now people need to wear my stuff. So like, for example, I get people who tag me on the sunglasses still. Oh, Nick, yeah, forgot my sunglasses. Thank God I have yours. And they tag that. Dude, you know how powerful that is? Do you know how powerful that is? I feel like everyone should be on social media. I feel like everyone should be talking and building your community, because dude, once you start doing that, you're going to people are naturally falling to you. Like I can't imagine about Jaden because she's killing it now on social media, but right now I'm almost at 5K followers, and the amount of love and support and like people now just saying, hey, Nick, like I had a lead yesterday that came on Agent Locator. He goes, Nick, actually, I've been following you for a while. I'm looking to buy a house now. You know, because I asked him the question, like, hey, just so I'm not stepping on anyone's toes, are you working with a real estate agent? That person goes, no, I'm working with you. So you just get naturally people that want to work with you. Because remember, when you're online, you're not like you're not like advertising, but people want to see what you're up to, and then people get to know, like, and trust you. And then once they're ready, and as long as you're doing business and you're posting their stuff and whatever, it is easy.
Yeah.
It takes time, but no one wants to like do it.
It's thinking about being it's like being an online influencer. So anyone that you see, I'm sure you guys have all seen it, where you have these, you know, hot shots with this and that and whatever, and they come up on your feed, sign up now. But they actually are creating a following. So they're, you know, online entrepreneurs that are finding people that are relatable to their content. So it's being yourself, right? So you're going out there, you're showcasing yourself. So you're humanizing yourself at the same time, right? And then people naturally get drawn to the things that you're doing, the lifestyle that you live, and you're creating, like, silently this following of people that don't know why, but they want to work with you. They want to do things with you. Like, for whatever reason, like, you become popular in their mind and you're the guy to know or the person to work with. So it's a natural draw.
Yeah. Sid, anytime.
But it's just social influence. Social influence, wherever you go, doing whatever, you know, we all spend so much time on our phones, you know, spend 5 minutes of it doing something positive for your business.
Make money off it. You're spending every month on your phone, right? So, but this is the person I'm talking about. Jaden, I'm giving you love because you're the best. But look, she has 27,000 followers. I remember when she had 1,000. She friggin' kills it. What she does is, look, she talks about, like, you know, this one, cash needed to buy a 500K house. She has almost 80,000 people looking at it. So you're lead genning. Right?
And you guys also know that on your stories you can create links, right? So you can link listings straight from stories or
just
your
killing
website.
it. Yeah. Like, this girl's killing it in views. Look, that's like, where is it? I don't know if you guys can see it. Just like killing it. So kudos to Jaden. But at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. And remember, this is just one part of your lead gen, you know? And like, if you want to get to the next level, download Linktree, right? Which is free. And then you can also put like Nosy Neighbor in there. So I naturally now get people signing up on Nosy Neighbor, signing up on my newsletters. Like, really think about what you're doing with your business and start expanding. Write on a piece of paper and do it. Chris, anytime. First of all, just start anytime. Anytime. Don't wait for the best time to call. Just anytime. Once you get consistent, you'll know in your area when you get more calls picked up and what you don't. But remember, you're getting these new leads. We don't know if they work in the morning, afternoon, nights. Like, just do it.
And if you look at the registration timestamps, it's at all hours of the day, right? So it's not like you can say, oh, everyone works in 9 to 5 or everyone works graveyards. They're literally all registering at different times of the day. So it's best to just switch up your time, like Nick says, and you're going to find that you're going to catch more people on the phone by doing that.
Exactly. But that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Any questions just before we get off in a little bit?
Murtaza, I'll allow you to talk.
Hey, Murtaza, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Nick?
I'm living the dream. Getting ready to do showings.
That's good. Just have a question. When we are talking about timings, like people register at different times of the night. So, should we call them like 11 o'clock or midnight or whatever?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What you need to do is you need to make campaigns, right? So what I have is I have campaigns send out. So when someone comes in, I've created a script of what it looks like. And I go from there. So they get it in the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is. Do not call right away. I think it's weird. I think it's so weird. And it shows that you have no business if you call someone right away. I know people say, oh, you should call your lead right away. I don't. I rather wait a day or two so they forget about what they did. And then I can be the secret weapon that calls them. And they're like, oh yeah, Nick, I remember him now. Now it's a face to the name, right?
Yeah, because what usually happens is if I call right away, and I'm talking about like normal times during the day, people have already called them like, before I have.
You got to think of,
And
yeah, but it
yeah.
really, it doesn't matter about who talks to who first. It's about who they connect with first, right? So don't worry about that. You can call
Okay.
And
someone
you know what?
first, and like that person could be terrible. They probably hung up on them.
That's fine. You just keep calling, right? The average agent will only follow up with somebody 2 times, right?
But what I notice is
So
like if I call after maybe a couple of
be better
days,
than that. So just keep
yeah.
doing the check-ins. Like, hey, just
Mhm.
checking in.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
But yeah, if
Sorry.
you have a comment, like they're frustrated because they signed up all over the place, right? So a
Mhm.
lot of them get frustrated because they went and signed up on 5 different websites, so they're getting 5 different phone calls, right? And you're just like,
Right.
okay. And you know, Nick, I think you have a great script for this. It's like, well, I'm the only call you need to remember,
Exactly.
right?
Mhm.
And then you can forget all those other numbers, like and you know, and then follow up with them. Just do your check-ins, like based on the conversation that you do have or what have you. You know, even if they weren't willing to give you a lot of information on that first call, in 1 week, check in on them, right? And then another week, check in on them.
Right.
I can guarantee you the other agents aren't doing that.
No. And the difference that I'm doing is, do you see, even on all my calls, I set the expectation. Hey, I'm going to connect with you again because there's new listings that are coming up. So when you do see me connect with you, remember, this is not a sales call. I just want to show you some opportunities, because that's why you want a real estate agent to work in your best interest.
Okay, perfect.
You know? So it's just like, I know it sounds so easy for me, but it's because I've called so many numbers and put in so many hours. Like, remember, you're seeing 8 years of online leads. This is 8 years. 8 years, 8 crazy years of doing what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
remember, if I think
Practice.
what you should do is write on a piece of paper how you want to do your calls. Meaning, like, okay, introduction, okay, fact finding, okay. Now, really setting their criteria up properly, right? Then
Yeah.
after that, you want to showcase opportunities, right? And then after that, you want to set up an expectation of, like, hey, I'm going to be I wouldn't say the word follow up. I know I said it last time in that live call, but I would just say, like, connect, because connect sounds better than follow up. So I would say, like, I'm going to connect with you with some more opportunities as they go. The good thing about this is the spring market is just around the corner. So there will be a lot more inventory coming to the market. So as soon as I see anything that works best for you, then we go from there. If someone sees, like, I'm going to be real with you. If I get a message from that same person that's showing me opportunities and showing me value, why would I not use them? Why would I not use them? If they're not coming back to you, you're not bringing value to their life. And honestly, you shouldn't get the business. The problem is there's so much competition right now that we have to be on our A game. So you have to think, this is what I would do, honestly. I would take a Saturday or Sunday, and I would go to, like, luxury brands, and I would see the way that they communicate with you and how they follow up. Because that's how I adopt some of my strategies to there. Because you're like, oh wow, this person actually did a great job. And you want to see how you make them feel, because that's when people will come back to you. So
Even
go to
give them objections in the store. Give them objections in the
exactly.
store.
Go to
See how
BMW.
they handle.
Exactly. Go to, like, Sage, right? Sage is really nice, right? Go to, like, Nike does it really well too at Vaughn, right? Like, they come in, there's always someone greeting you, they're asking you questions. Like, go to higher brands and see the way that they communicate with you and follow up with you. And if you like something, adopt it. That's what I would do. That's what I did. So
Thank you.
it only elevates your game.
Yep.
So I just want to take a moment to thank everyone here. Thank you so much for coming up and participating. Next week, or the next call we have, which is 2 weeks from now, you guys are going to be calling, right? Guys and girls, record your calls, and I want to hear live calls. I'm not going to share my calls next time. So I want to hear your calls. I want to help critique you, and I want to help you get some money.
And we don't have to, and if you're not comfortable with, like, coming into the spotlight, like, send the call, because we can just listen to the call. They're going to hear what the first name is. No one cares as much as you think they do.
No.
And then we can all listen to the calls together and kind of point out, different situations or things that came out, what you did really great on that call, right?
Yep.
Or how you may have been able to handle that situation a little bit different. And these calls don't have to be just like this was a horrible call. These could be successful calls that you want to showcase in what you did in those conversations.
Right. But the only way you learn is by, you know, practicing, and like good or bad, that's how you get better. So,
Mhm.
you know, I want to see everyone here win. I want to see
Mhm.
everyone win. And the only way that you're going to win is if you practice day in and day out. And once you start practicing, you start seeing success, then confidence comes because you believe in yourself and you can change your life. All you need is one good year in real estate to change your life. If you could make $750,000 in GCI this year, would that not change your life? Okay, so you have the tools to do it. So go do it. Like, what are you doing?
Mhm.
And if you're
Mhm.
not that serious, then like I don't know what you're doing.
Mhm.
Life is getting harder every year, okay? This
Yep.
is what it is. Every year, the threshold to be like okay is going further and further and further and further away. So the question is you may feel like you're feeling great now. You may feel like you're doing great now, but you're right over here. And next 2 years, it's gonna get like this, and then you're like, shit, I can't pay my bills. So like remember this, there's a timeline that's pressuring you. And if you're not gonna do it, you're gonna feel the pain. So get out there, make your money, stop making excuses. If you're making excuses, you don't want it. And if you don't want it, I don't want you coming here. I want this for a winner. This is a winner circle here. And if you want to be a winner and you want to follow my footsteps, I'll show you what it is to win, because I win all the time. So if you want to win, let's see you actually put in the work and want to win. Mic drop. All right. Take care. I got showings. I got listing appointments. I got things to do, but take care. Have a
Yep.
great
You
day.
as well.
And Crystal,
Thank you,
you're the
Nick.
best like always.
Yeah. Thanks, you guys, for coming on. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye.